Hi everyone! Let's talk about the use of question words. And let's start with what and which. Let's compare them. Are they different or they are exactly the same? They are different. We use what and which differently. Both cases, what and which, I used to ask about things in general, topics in general. But the difference is that which I use when I have options. When I don't have options in my question, I use what. What? In the answer, I can have any type of answer. Let's go for examples. What is your name? No options. I don't say, which is your name? Daniel or Noah? Daniel or Noah? No options. So what is your name? But if I had two options of name, I need to use which. What is your name? What is your favorite color? What are the 5 biggest countries? Other questions are possible. For example, what is the name of your father? What is your phone number? What is your email address? Let's talk about which, and let's see the options that we use with which. Which color is your favorite, blue or black? In this case, you have limits to choose your favorite color. You cannot say yellow, because you just have 2 options. Blue or black. You are limited here. When you use what, you don't impose any limits. But when you use which, you impose limits. Which is your favorite color, blue or black? While here, what is your favorite color? You can choose any color, yellow, orange, green, blue, black, white. Here, you can just choose between blue or black. What is your favorite color? Which color is your favorite, blue or black? Which pet do you prefer, a dog or a cat? Which pet do you prefer, a dog or a cat? See the options? If I don't want to impose any limits, I can use what is your favorite pet? What is your favorite pet? Another example. Which country is bigger in territory, Brazil or Canada? Can you answer the United States? No, because in this case, we are not talking about the United States. We are talking about Brazil or Canada. Which country is bigger in territory? Is bigger in territory, Brazil or Canada? Do you understand well the differences between what and which? Let's see now the differences between whom and who. In conversation in spoken English, whom is not common. It's formal and very commonly used in writing. But in day-to-day conversations, who is very commonly used. But what does the grammar talk about them? I use who when I want to know the subject of the sentence. And I use whom when I want to know the object of the sentence. Well, if I use whom to know the object of the sentence, it means that I don't want to know the subject, that I know the subject. So if you see in a question the subject, in this case you, in this case you, and in this case your brother, it means that you know the subject. are you talking to? Whom do you live with? Whom is your brother with? If you know the subject, your brother, you don't want to know the subject, so you want to know the object. That's why you need to use whom in the sentences. Whom are you talking to? Whom do you live with? Whom is your brother with? But when you want to know the subject, it means that in the sentence you don't find the subject. Look, in the sentence, you see any subject? You, your brother, he or she, or your mom? You don't see, look. The subject is the one that you are looking for, that you want to find. So we use who. Who's there? Let's imagine someone knocks the door. Who's there? Another example. Who's on the phone? Who's on the phone? You want to know the subject. Who is the person talking on the phone? Who's on the phone? Who's not here? He is present, she's present, we are present. Who's not here? I want to know the subject. Who's not here? So, when you don't have any subject in the sentence or in the question, use who. When you already have your subject, use whom. I hope this is clear. Now, let's talk about whose. When we use the question word whose, we are looking for the possession or for the owner of an object, or this object belongs to a person. Who is this person? I want to know the person that one object belongs to. Let's give examples. I have here this bottle of water, and the question is, whose bottle of water is this? So right after whose, I add the name of the object, the noun. Whose bottle of water is this? And my answer is, this bottle of water is mine. It means that this bottle of water belongs to me. Now a question in the plural. Whose markers are these? Whose markers are these? 3 markers. These markers are not mine. The markers don't belong to me. The markers belong to the school, to Univa. So, these markers are Univa's markers, or these markers are Univa's. Whose book is this? Whose book is this? This book is not mine. This book is not Univa's. This book is my brother's. So it means that this book belongs to my brother. My brother has this book. I'm using this book temporarily, but this book is my brother's. This book belongs to my brother. Whose book is this? Whose book is this? In the singular. Let's imagine we have 2 books. So I need to ask, whose books are these? Whose books are these? In the plural. So the answer, these books are my brother's. So when I use whose, I expect to know the person that the object belongs to. How to use where? The question word where is used to know the location of an object, or a country, or an animal, or a person. Let's see examples. Where are you? What's the location that you are in right now? Where are you? I am here at Univa. How about you? Where are you? Are you at home? Are you in the house of friends? Are you in a car? Where are you? Another example. Where is your phone? My phone is on the table. How about your phone? Where is your phone? Another example. Where is your country? Where is your country? My country is in South America. How about your country? Where is your country? Let's see the differences between these three question words. When, how often, how long. We use when to know the time, the day of the week, the time of the day. When. We use how often to see the frequency. What is the frequency that some event, some activity happens? And we use how long to know the period of time that this event happens. Let's see examples. When is your English class? In the answer, you need to say, my English class is on Saturdays at 10 o'clock. Or my English class is every Friday at 5 p.m. So you tell the day and the time, when. It is different from how often is your English class? What's the frequency of your English class? And in the answer, you don't tell the day and the time, but you say one time a week. My English class is one time a week. Or my English class is 2 times a week. Or my English class is every day. And how long is your English class? So the period of time. My English class is 1 hour long. Or my English class is 30 minutes long. My English class is 2 hours long. So using other examples, not just the English class. When is your sister at home? When is your sister at home? My sister is at home after 6 o'clock. My sister is at home at night. My sister is at home in the mornings. How often is your sister at home? My sister is at home every day. How long is your sister at home? How long is your sister at home? My sister is at home for 5 hours every day. Let's now see the use of why. We use why to know the circumstances, to know the reasons we do something. Normally, we answer why with because. Some examples. Why are you here? Why are you here? The answer is, I am here because I need to study English. I am here because I need to study English. Why do you eat? Why do you eat food? Why do you eat food? The answer is, I eat food because I need to recover my energy. I eat food to have energy to exercise. I eat food because it's necessary for my body. I eat food because it's necessary to eat to survive. In the question word how, when do we use how? We use how to know the conditions, the form, the manner that some activity happens. Some examples. How's your house like? How's your house like? For this question, you need to describe your house. How's your house like? My house has a garden. My house has 2 floors. My house has 2 bedrooms. How's your house like? My house is big, my house is small. Another example, how are your parents? My parents are fine, my parents are okay, my parents are doing well, my parents are fine, my parents are good, my parents are well. How do you go to work? How do you go to work? I go to work walking. I go to work by bike. I go to work driving a car. I go to work by bus. This is how I go to work. And to finish this class about question words, let's talk about the combination of how with another word. When we have these combinations, we need to observe the second part. What the second part is related to? Many. Many reminds us quantity. So when I ask a question using how many, I'm asking about the quantity. Examples. How many people are in your house? How many people are in your house? 5 people are in my house. Or how many cars are in front of your house? 2 cars are in front of my house. How much? Much. Think about the price. Or any other uncountable noun, like liquids or rice, for example, or idea, or money, or bread, or information. But let's focus on price. How much is a new bike? How much is a new bike? A new bike is 2,000 bucks. 2,000 bucks. A new bike is 1,000 bucks. How much is a car in your country? How much is a horse in your country? How much is a board in your country? How much is a book in your country? How much is a smartphone in your country? Often is about frequency. So how often? We are asking about the frequency. How often you watch videos, or how often do you watch videos on YouTube? How often do you visit your parents? How often do you study English? The answer is, I study English 3 times a week. I visit my parents once a month. Far is about distance. So a question with how far? It's to ask about what's the distance. How far is from your house to your English school? How far is from your house to the house of your parents? In the answer, you say, my house is 2 kilometers away from my school. Or my house is 100 kilometers away from the house of my parents. Long. Long is about period of time. So how long is from your house to the house of your parents? In this case, your answer, you don't use kilometers or miles or meters. In this case, you talk about the quantity of hours or the quantity of minutes that you need to go there. How long is from your house to your school? From my house to my school is 20 minutes walking. From my house to the house of my parents is 1 hour driving. Big. Big is about the size. How big is your country? My country is really big. How big is Japan? Compared to my country, Japan isn't very big in territory. Tall is about the height. How tall are you? In your answer, you can say, I am 1.8 meters tall, or I am 6 feet tall, for Americans. How tall is your father? How tall is the building that you live? Old. Old is about the age. How old are you? I am 28 years old. I am 35 years old. I am 17 years old. How old is your mom? How old is your dad? And other combinations are possible. For example, how heavy is an elephant? When we talk about heavy, we are talking about the weight. In other words, you need to mention in kilos or in pounds. How heavy is an elephant? How heavy is a truck? How heavy is a whale? And many other combinations are possible. How fast is a car? How small is a country in Europe? I hope the whole video was very helpful for you. Thank you very much for watching.